Zoax.net. Lesson 6. Images. Image elements allow us to display images within an HTML document, and they provide us with several new techniques and features for describing document data that we have not yet seen in our prior examples. Here we have a simple page with a single image element in it. The first unusual thing that we notice about the image element is that it does not have an opening and a closing tag. There's only one tag, and inside it there is a source attribute set equal to the file name. Since this is our first attribute, we should look at it carefully. The attribute name src is short for source, since it is used to specify where our resources, namely the image, is located. In this case, src is set equal to the value Daniel.png, which is the file name of an image in the same folder as our HTML document. Attributes come in name-value pairs. In this example, we have the attribute name src, and it is set equal to the value of the file name Daniel.png. Notice that the value is given in quotation marks. This is how attribute values are specified, whereas the attribute name is not in quotation marks. Finally, recall that all of our elements until now have had an opening and closing tag. This one does not. It is called self-closing. To signify that the tag is self-closing, a slash is often added at the end of the tag. This is the official way to specify XHTML, but it can be used in HTML documents and is generally good practice since it provides clarity. I mention this ending slash because you will often see it in example documents. However, either way is valid and you will see both. Opening the document, we see the image of Daniel in the lion's den in our document. Since images like this rely on an external file, we have to be careful to make sure that we set the file path correctly and provide an alternative representation if something goes wrong and the file cannot be loaded. To account for missing files, we have an alt attribute that we can set to a text message like this. In this example, I changed the image file name to a file that doesn't exist so that we will see the message. Opening the document, we see this. This little icon that is shown here is all that we would see if the alt attribute message was not set. The message serves to tell the user what the image was supposed to be when it is not available. Our use of images is not limited to the computer that the document is on, though. In this example, we use the logo image from our website. In situations where you are using a remote image like this, it is even more important to set the alt attribute. Opening this, we see our logo image. Our logo image is 260 by 50 pixels. However, we can resize it by setting the width and height attributes like this. Opening the document, we see a stretched and distorted version of the image. We do not need to set both the height and width of the image. If we set just one of them, the other is set to the size that will correctly scale the image without distortion. For example, here we set the height to 200, which is 4 times the original height. Opening the document, we see that the image width is set to 4 times the original width as well. Similarly, we can set just the width. Here we have set the width attribute and left out the height. The width is set to 1/2 the original width, so when we open the document, we see that our height has been automatically set to half the original height as well. In our final example, we demonstrate that the image is an inline element. This seems strange, but here we have some text before the image and some text after the image. Opening the document, we see that the text and the image are all on the same line. This indicates that this is an inline element.